So hi, I thought I'd give a very quick video on time management and how you can better manage your time. So I've used this process for many years, and it came about as a result of reading a book by Stephen R Covey, and it's called The 7 Habits of Effective People. If you haven't read it yet, then I would strongly advise go out and get it and read it. It's a really good read and gives you a lot of useful information how you can adapt and change how you are and how you work that will help you work better with other people. Now, one of the habits in there is putting first things first. But how do you choose how to put first things first? And this all goes back to the time management thing. And there is a really simple matrix to follow and a simple methodology around that can help you manage your time more effectively. Granted, if you're in an ambulance all day, then this isn't really going to be that relevant because our time is managed for us to a certain extent. But if you're working in the office, working at home, or you can use this methodology at home with the things that you're trying to do. If I had used this methodology correctly, it would have only taken me 6 months to do it to landscape my garden rather than 2.5 years. But that's hindsight for you. Anyway, on to the methodology. When we're looking at doing our tasks, or when we have tasks to do and things to complete, they can generally fall into 4 different categories. One of them is not urgent, not important. The other one is urgent, not important. The other one is important, not urgent. And the final one is important and urgent. Now, it's better explained on this little diagram that I have here. I'll just bring this up to the camera. So again, we go not important, not urgent. Urgent, but it's not important. Important, not urgent. And urgent and important. Now, the reason why this is interesting in that the majority of us, when we are working on tasks, we will focus on 2 areas. It will be the urgent, not important, and the urgent and important. And that creates a spiraling, out of control environment where you're really struggling to keep ahead of your tasks and keep on task basically. But in actual fact, what we should be doing, well, first off, if anything comes towards us from a task point of view and it's not important, not urgent, ignore it. Don't even think about it, don't even put it on your task list because it's not important and it's not urgent. And pretty much 99.9 times out of 100, those things will go away without you doing anything anyway. Where we should be focusing on is important, not urgent, pretty much all the time. Because these are the things that if we don't do now and get done ahead of time, they'll end up being here. And this category becomes all-consuming. We then start doing things in there that are urgent, we've got to do them, but they're not important. So by focusing on these 2 areas instead of this area, we are being less effective. Whereas if we focus on this particular category, everything that comes in to us or towards us as a task that is important, those are the things you want to be focusing on. Now, the more you focus on this area, the less you're going to get of this. The more you focus on this area, the less you're going to do of that. And the idea is you don't do any of those, only those. Now, life always throws us curves and oddballs, and things will come in that will be both urgent and important and will have to get done right there and then. But if you've been managing your important tasks efficiently and effectively and focusing on this quadrant here, then you'll have time to be able to respond to those fastballs. So just to recap, not important, not urgent, forget it. Urgent but not important, why are you doing it? It's not important. It might be urgent, but it's not important. Assess if you really need to do that task. Important, absolutely, you need to do that. And you obviously need to do those because they've been left so long that they become both urgent and important. and they may well be fastballs. Now, how do you manage this on a day-to-day basis? Well, I pinched an idea from the software development world called a Kanban board, and just put that into practice in various roles I've done, and I've really found that it's helped me manage my tasks coming in and also my time effectively, both from a personal point of view and a work point of view. So this is a Kanban board. Google the name if you want. I'm not going to go into where it came from or why it's named that way. There's a fairly long history behind it, but it is a well-known and effective tool. But I've changed it a little bit. So this column here gives me my keys as to what each one of the tasks mean. So important and urgent, everything corresponds to the quadrants that you saw on the previous slide. Important and urgent is red, important not urgent is amber, not important, not urgent is blue, and sorry, not important but urgent is blue, and not important, not urgent is green. Now, the columns correspond to things that I want to do in the future, and as it says here, all your known work items not down to do this week or today goes in this column here. To do this week, you put all of the work items you need to complete this week in this column here. You then move items from to do this week into your to do today column, and as you can see, there's some items in there, and some of them are already color coded as per the prioritization quadrant that we spoke about. As I complete those tasks, then I move them into completed. The reason being is I could delete them, but as you progress in your tasks, it's nice to see your completed list grow and grow and grow, because that gives you a sense of achievement once you finish your day. So categorizing and putting your tasks into each column will help you use the prioritization matrix and a Kanban board. Now, the thing about a Kanban board is it's worked on the principle that you only have so many hours in a day and you can only achieve so much in a day. So there's no point putting 50 odd items in to do today with the hope of doing some of them. You only put the items in your today to do today column that you know you can achieve. Because as I said when I was talking about the previous slide, you will get fastballs that will come in, that will drop into that today. And if you fill that up, then 9 times out of 10, a lot of this will end up back in this column. The idea, it goes from your tasks only go this way, they never go that way. So you need to work out how much work you can achieve on a daily basis and only put the items that you're going to achieve in that column. There you have it. Nice, quick and easy time management tool. Things to remember: try not to spend time on the quadrants that aren't important. Okay, look at the ones that are important and spend your time focusing on those tasks. Schedule time in your calendar to do the important tasks. That will stop them becoming important and urgent. There will just always be the important tasks that you schedule and then you complete. Work out amount of work that you can do in a day and only carry over the tasks onto that day that you know you can achieve. No point filling it up with stuff that you might do, you want to, maybe you won't be able to do, but you're going to try anyway. Just put the stuff in that you know you will actually get done in that day. I hope this helps, and thank you for listening.